why do this SPAC? Why now?
Why now? Why now is the perfect time when you look at, what's happened during the pandemic with a lot of smaller wineries struggling. There's over 10,000 wineries in the U.S., and there was a recent study saying over half were willing to sell. So accessing the public markets right now to bring extra capital in to be able to acquire, because if you look at our track record, we've been able to acquire 20 companies in the last 10 years. So it's a perfect time to access public markets.
And is that the idea, to use some of the proceeds? Because people probably don't know vintage wine estates, but I guarantee I mentioned a few. They know the brands. You've got Coupe,
Yes.
You've got Tamarack, you've got many, many others. Is the idea to continue to roll up and scale up other vineyards?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been our model for the last 20 years. As I said, 20 acquisitions in the last 10 years. And what we see now is we can go and not only accelerate our organic growth. We think we're going to have about a 9% organic growth. We've done that in the past. We're going to do that in the future. And then a roll up. As many, let's say we could do 2 to 3 acquisitions a year. In our business model, we've only put in 1, but our track record says we could do a whole lot more. So it really is a roll up model.
Yeah, and the wine business in particular, Terry, without getting into it where you are, my home state, my state of birth, California, obviously it's had its climate issues and wildfires. And I know that there's been vineyards not only destroyed, but also smoke tint on some of the grapes. I've got some friends out there and they're like, it doesn't have to burn, it could still damage it. Is the wine industry in general changing? Are we seeing values move a little further north? Some people say, maybe Oregon is the next Sonoma.
Well, for us, that's one of our strengths is our diversification. So we have prime vineyards in Napa, Sonoma, down on the Central Coast, as you said, up in Oregon, up in Washington. So if there is a wildfire in the Napa Valley or over in Sonoma, we're able to very quickly go down to the Central Coast, go up to the Northwest, and fill whatever we need. So diversification is absolutely critical for us in the sourcing, and also diversification in our distribution model. So if you look at our company, that's why we're so excited about the future. We're positioned with what I call a 3-legged stool. So we have 30% of our business in the direct-to-consumer channel. 41% is over in the traditional wholesale. So that's the big distributors across the country. And then another 29% in our B2B. So that makes us a really differentiated model up against some of our competitors. Yeah. So diversification in not only what you said, sourcing, we can go down on the Central Coast, up in the Northwest, but we can then pivot when there's an economic downturn.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.